This is the third and fourth part of she had to pose nude for hours so the Marquis could save her sister's life. You can find the first 2 parts in the pinned comment and description. Now back to the story. The secretary spoke. When we signed the contract, I said there would not be any personal matters. I did not foresee this situation. This is as much as I could get right now, so if you need more, please ask. Riv thought, should I call this kindness? She replied, thank you for taking care of me. She thought, yes, I suppose I should. From now on, I might spend more time with the Marquis. We might have moments like this again. The secretary told her, from now on, the doctor will give you an examination every month. It is a simple procedure, so don't worry. Riv replied, I know, I will let you know if there is anything else. The secretary remembered when the Marquis said, suspend the painting for now. The secretary commented, but, my lord, that painter might run away before the contract ends. The secretary told him, actually, this works out well, since there is someone involved with him. I won't have to go through the trouble myself. I will inform Riv about stopping the work myself. I can already imagine her reaction. Sometimes, it is amusing to see her caught off guard. If there is nothing else to report, you may go. The secretary asked, do you like Miss Riv? Why not keep her by your side? The Marquis emphasized, the best works deserve their proper price. Only then can you truly own them. If you just have the body, it is no different from any other statue. The secretary asked, do you want her heart? If that happens, she will become attached. She is a living person, not simply artwork. She needs a different kind of attention. The Marquis spoke, there is no need to keep a piece that has lost its value. One of a collector's virtues is knowing when to discard. She is a woman who knows her place, so she should understand what to do. But if she does not conduct herself properly, then you will need to step in. Now back to the present time. The secretary thought he never ordered the medicine, but it might be a good idea to prepare in advance. On the other hand, Riv thought, what is this feeling? I was the one who initiated it, and it is not that I did not foresee this, but I feel somewhat pathetic. It is as if I expected something more from the Marquis and feel betrayed. Our relationship was clear from the start. After that, the doctor's treatment began, and she started visiting Berryworth Mansion regularly. Riv thought, I even started frequenting the mansion library. All of this was due to the Marquis' kindness. In time, even the secretary ended up spending time with Corrida, helping with her studies. What business could I possibly have at this mansion? Even during my frequent visits for treatment, I was never summoned for extra hours. Unless the Marquis called for me, I could only wait indefinitely. The butler came and spoke. You have been cast out again today. Riv replied, it seems she likes books more than me now. The butler asked, would you please follow me for a moment? After that, Riv commented, I can see why you were so eager to show me this place. What is that? On the other hand, the secretary asked, don't you want to attend school? Corrida replied, I can't go to school. As you know, my health is not the best. The secretary continued, the doctor is very concerned. Don't you think you will get better soon? Have you ever thought about what you would like to do? Corrida commented, when I get better, I want to become a master craftsman. Even the highest nobility would commission work from my parents. They were very skilled. I want to have great skills like my parents and make a lot of money. The secretary emphasized, since your parents were famous craftsmen, I am sure you have talent too. Corrida asked, do you think so? The secretary replied, yes, and Mazurkan is especially renowned for that. It is a country where many famous craftsmen go to study. How about attending school abroad? Corrida told him, that sounds wonderful, but Mazurkan is far away. My sister surely won't allow it, and that is expected. The secretary continued, money is something that can be solved. That is why we have a patronage system, for those who cannot fulfill their full potential due to financial reasons. Exceptional craftsmanship is akin to fine art, so many people are keen to support such fields, and if you regain your health and wish to pursue your dream, Riv would not oppose it, would she? I am sure your sister would support you wholeheartedly. Then, first and foremost, you need to recover. Back at the greenhouse, Riv said, I have never seen a bird with such a vivid golden color. It looks real but does not move. Is it a sculpture? The Marquis came and replied, it is a taxidermy. The feathers were dyed with paint mixed with gold powder. Riv said, I did not realize you were here. She thought, this is our first meeting since that day. Why am I so conscious of him? The Marquis asked, you seem to have recovered well. You did not look well before. Riv replied, I suppose my stamina is not especially strong. The secretary told her, Then it might be best to work on it, since you have had a taste of it, unless you are planning to refuse. I can't promise you will have as much time to recover next time. Riv thought, so all that time he did not summon me was because he was giving me time to recover. No, stop overthinking, she replied. I did not know I had a choice in the matter. The Marquis said, I don't intend to force anyone who is unwilling. I just know they have no reason to refuse. Riv thought, such arrogant and infuriating words, but he is not wrong. I still desperately need his help. The Marquis asked, were we not both satisfied? Riv replied, were you satisfied with me, my lord? The Marquis commented, yes, I am a very discerning collector. You should be proud to have met my standards. Riv emphasized, it sounds like you are saying I have become one of your collectibles. The Marquis asked, have you not? Riv thought, oddly, at this moment, Camille's words came to mind. That everyone treats the Marquis like a priceless statue, yet he does not do the same. Should I be grateful that such a man considers me a collectible? The feeling from that morning, waking up alone, keeps coming back to me. I feel like I might say something I should not. She asked, do you collect taxidermies too, my lord? The Marquis replied, anything valuable is worth owning. Riv continued, I have heard a rumor that you keep people taxidermied in your basement. The Marquis told her, that is an amusing rumor. Are you afraid you will become one? Riv replied, I don't believe it. The Marquis asked, what if it is true? Riv spoke, then I would blame my foolish judgment and short-sightedness. The Marquis stated, that won't do. I want a living governess, not one beautifully preserved in death. Riv thought, where this intimate contact stops is entirely up to the Marquis, and from what I recall of that night, he certainly won't finish anything within an hour. She said, my lord, I have come to the mansion for treatment. I hope you will consider that. The Marquis replied, you are getting good at making demands. Riv told him, it seems that is what you desire. She thought, you must stay focused, for Carida's sake. But the Marquis' blue eyes seem to drain one's very soul, like a bewitching gemstone. If I don't stay focused, I might be swallowed whole, deeper and deeper into the abyss. A few days later, people were chatting. He is believed to be at the chapel and orphanage for several days. He is also said to attend a big event. Will we be able to go? It seems this time the Lord will make a public appearance. Will we finally see his face, even if only in the paper? Then, in the mansion, the secretary told him, I have already given the newspapers a heads up, but they are still secretly hopeful. The Marquis said, as if they could publish it even if they got a photo. The secretary continued, they don't know that, though. I have adjusted your schedule to align with the dates. Shall we arrange a spot? The Marquis replied, since he is coming all the way to this rural exile, we should see him. He wants to see this spectacle in person. He is a strong candidate for the next Gracia. After last year's crushing defeat in the battle between Elba and Torsten, his internal standing seems to have greatly weakened. He thought, the Gracia, chosen from among the cardinals, is the highest clergyman and head of the order, a position of utmost honor, respected by all. Of course, the bloodshed to obtain that seat is enough to form a river. The secretary told him, someone is here from House Malta. They said their letter was not received and wanted to deliver the message in person. The Marquis commented, crazy bastards, if they could not read my reply. It seems everyone in that family must have a vision problem. I declined, but they still refuse to acknowledge it. Maybe she will realize it if she gets shot for wandering around recklessly. Does she think I will relent because I am afraid of the order? We were raised the same. But I can't understand why she is so foolish. It is time to get rid of this nuisance. Book an opera for the date of Lucia's visit. The secretary asked, an opera, and which lady will accompany you? The Marquis stated, does it really look like I am seeing multiple women? The secretary replied, my lord, it will cause quite a stir, even within Buerno. The Marquis spoke, I don't care. I never intended to keep it a secret forever. Next scene. Million told her, did you see the list of pilgrims? It is Malta, my goodness, the very person who caused such a scandal with that broken engagement. Riv thought, a prominent noble from the neighboring country, renowned for producing famous cardinals and politicians, called off an engagement with the Ziegelt family. Lucia Malta, the precious only daughter of the Malta family, was known for her beautiful honey blonde hair. She was the envy of many young ladies. Rumors abounded about why she broke off the betrothal everyone assumed was certain. Riv asked, are they staying here at the barony? Million replied, I don't think so. They say she knows Lord Ditrion. Maybe she will stay at the Marquis mansion. Riv asked, Lady Malta knows the Marquis. Million replied, well, high-ranking people often know each other regardless of nationality, and there are rumors that Lady Malta's broken engagement was because of Lord Dittrion. They say the two are in love. Riv thought, I think maybe the Marquis had feelings for me, but it seems that was the extent of our relationship. Million asked, you were not listening again, were you? Riv replied, sorry, I was lost in thought for a moment. Now that story time is over, shall we begin the lesson? She thought, is it attention? Knowing how much harm it can cause, why'd I keep longing for it? After some time, Million told her, Miss, are you really all right? You have not been able to concentrate all day. Riv replied, yes, sorry, I must not be feeling well. I will make up for today's lesson next time. Million commented, there is really no need for that. Would you be available for dinner tomorrow evening? My parents want to host a dinner for my tutors. Riv thought, I am not too keen on going out at night. She replied, all right. Let me know the time, and I will be there. She thought, I guess I have no voice. It should be fine from my new place. Meeting parents is part of a tutor's duties. Next scene. The Baron spoke, thank you all for making time. Please continue to take good care of our Million. Riv thought, these gatherings always feel awkward. Marcel seems close to the Baron and his wife. After some time, Million told her, our garden is even more beautiful at night, so I really want to show you. We have lit it up specially for tonight. What do you think? Riv replied, yes, it is truly beautiful. Your mother is calling you. Go inside. Million told her, I wanted to show you around the garden myself. I will be back soon, so please wait here and don't wander off. After that, Riv thought, that is Marcel. Then Marcel came and asked, you have come to see the garden too. That flower bed over there is lovely. Shall I show you? Riv replied, you seem to know this place well. Have you been here often? Marcel emphasized, yes, with the Cardinal's upcoming visit, I have had more reasons to visit Lord Pendance's estate. Do you remember what I told you? I mentioned that someone I know is accompanying the Cardinal. That person is apparently very close to Lord Malta's daughter. Riv asked, are you perhaps a noble? Marcel replied, yes, that is correct, but my family name is not worth bragging about, regardless of my origin. I am just a humble art teacher at the Baron's estate now, living an ordinary life. Riv asked, did you approach me for another reason? Marcel commented, no, not at all. I like you, miss. Riv asked, why? Marcel replied, I did not intend for it to come out like this. I have a confession to make. It was me who asked the Baroness for the gathering. I wanted to get to know you, but it has been difficult to find the chance, so I mentioned that I would love to cross paths with you in one way or another, and so the lady kindly arranged this meeting for us. Riv thought, then that smile meant, all that interest I sensed from him this whole time, it was just desire. She replied, I don't appreciate your method. Unlike you, I am employed as a governess by the Baroness. If you knew I could not easily refuse, you would not have been so inconsiderate. Marcel told her, I am in the same position, employed just like you. Riv stated, that is hard to believe. Marcel continued, perhaps I was a bit hasty. It is just that I wanted you to know how I felt. After some time, Riv thought, I don't come here to pray, but when my mind gets tangled, this is the one place I end up. The father said, it has been a while since you have visited. Riv replied, I had to move on short notice, so the chapel is a bit farther now. I noticed quite a few new faces. The father told her, there is a rumor that Lord Dittrion attends our chapel. People seem to be realizing it is just a rumor, so attendance is dwindling again. Riv thought, surely not. The day the Marquis came to the chapel, no one saw him, did they? Next scene. The Marquis asked, you are not eating much. Do you have another engagement after work, with that man you were speaking so intimately with on the streets? Riv tried to say, how did you? Then she said, Father, he is a novice in training. He does not spend time privately with parishioners. The Marquis commented, recreational activity and clerical life are separate. Riv continued, what I mean to say is, I don't have any other engagements. The Marquis asked, then what was the issue? Riv replied, according to rumors, our paths have overlapped, my lord. I thought it might be wise to be more careful. I mean our meeting. The Cardinal and his entourage will arrive soon, and it would be troublesome if strange rumors arose. I heard one of the guests you are receiving is someone you know, if there is any misunderstanding. The Marquis asked, who might that be? Riv thought, it seems Million was right, otherwise, he would not have cut off the conversation immediately. How disgraceful, am I jealous, she continued, Lady Malta. The Marquis told her, I just wanted to provide you with a good meal since you seemed weak. The next moment, Riv asked, what are you doing? The Marquis replied, because I could not stand those endearing words. Don't worry, I have no intention of inviting other guests where you and I roll about. Riv told him, I did not mean it like that. The Marquis emphasized, I understand how that rumor started. I can assure you, they won't be staying at my estate. Are you satisfied with that answer? Riv commented, who you host at your estate is not my concern. It is entirely up to you, my lord. The Marquis stated, I was merely asking if my answer satisfies your personal and private curiosity. Riv replied, yes, I am satisfied. The Marquis told her, then it is my turn to be satisfied. It is for your second lesson. The Marquis continued, you have not improved at all. You will need to study diligently. Tell me, why is Lady Malta's name on your lips? Riv replied, I simply repeated what I heard from Million. The Marquis asked, do you always believe your students' unverified stories? Riv told him, it is not that I believe them. The Marquis commented, for someone who said they would accept whatever came, your interest seems rather proactive. You are a quick study. Riv spoke, wait, you might fall. The Marquis asked, tired so soon? That is no fun. I never let go of what I have caught. Riv thought, the Marquis' secure grip on me makes his words seem sincere. Even if I were to bring troublesome attention, would he continue to see me? Will this steadfast support I am leaning on one day disappear? Why do I want to hold on to this person so much? I don't know what I want or what I am feeling, does the Marquis, because I certainly don't. After that, the butler asked, you don't look well, the doctor has not left the estate yet, would you like an examination? Riv replied, no, I am fine. I am just a bit sleep deprived, she thought. After that day, I did not have as many extra hours. The Marquis reached out whenever he desired, and we came together without hesitation. The nature of my duties changed over time, becoming something else entirely. The butler told her, it is a great area for riding around here. Riv thought, should I go for a ride? I am clumsy on horseback, and I am still feeling the effects of yesterday. The butler continued, shortly, you are to accompany his lordship to the hunting grounds. The Marquis came and told him, enough, cancel the horseback riding preparations, Miss Riv, let's take a walk through the glass house instead. After that, Riv asked, I thought you were going hunting. The Marquis replied, if the goal is to improve your poor stamina, we don't necessarily have to go hunting. Of course, when riding, it is mostly for hunting. Riv asked, what happens to the hunted animals? The Marquis explained, sometimes they are butchered, sometimes they are stuffed, and sometimes it ends in meaningless killing. Riv commented, you seem familiar with death. Have you been to the battlefield? You seem accustomed to weapons and killing. The Marquis spoke, yet it does not seem to frighten you. Riv thought, I should not have said that. Thankfully, he does not seem angry, she said, as long as you don't wield them against me, there is no reason to be. The Marquis asked, then what are you afraid of? Riv stated, surviving. The Marquis told her, you speak like a soldier who has been through war. If you graduated from Clemens, I can't imagine you would have anything to lament over. Riv said, Clemens is a good school, with various scholarship programs. Even commoners who meet the criteria can dream of attending. Good grades, not a noble, decent looks, and no pride. The school needs a commoner student each year to walk around at events, thanking everyone for their pity. A token charity case. The scholarships come from the donations nobles make when their children enroll. Donors want to see their charity confirmed with their own eyes. The Marquis spoke, you have an uncanny understanding of your position. Riv replied, I would not have survived otherwise, my lord, she thought. This is the Marquis' private space in the glass house. Why are we here? The Marquis stated, my aide suspects you are aiming to be a noble's mistress. Riv replied, if I were aiming for such a position. The Marquis told her, you would have secured it long ago. I suppose it makes sense why you faced such humiliations in your previous governess positions, he continued. If you were overtly glamorous, no one would dare touch you. You are just striking enough to be tempting. Such people often find themselves in difficult situations. Riv asked, do you know someone like that? The Marquis commented, yes, and that person died, a most unfortunate accident. Riv thought, who could he be talking about? Of course, even if I ask, I won't get an answer. I know the Marquis is at least being honest with me. I might be the only one. She said, Beautiful roses have thorns, but there is always someone foolish enough to reach out for the rose, even if they risk being pricked. The Marquis told her, in that case, I would commend them for their bravery. After all, it won't be me bleeding from the thorns. Riv continued, but the rose would still feel the pain of a broken stem, she thought. To arm oneself with thorns means to be more fearful than others, she said. A broken stem withers eventually, my lord. The Marquis stated, so are you just going to stand there? Riv removed the gloves and started looking at his hand. The Marquis asked, curious about what was under there, were you? I remember almost losing my finger when I grabbed a blade with my bare hands. He thought, among the many scars on my body, this one was the first I ever got. The boy taken in by a priest entered a military academy. Back then, wars were raging everywhere. For someone with an unstable background, the quickest way to succeed was to take up arms. A world where only the law of power prevailed, power and status. Those who had both naturally became predators. The boy, having neither, became prey. Riv asked, did you win? The Marquis replied, yes. Riv commented, then this scar is a badge of victory. The Marquis thought, objectively, you might say I won the duel, but I never once thought of it as a victory. Victory should be glorious and grand. A badge of honor. This hideous thing. Could you still say that after seeing all my scars? Riv told him, wait, my lord, it is too. The Marquis thought, even though I know those words are outrageous, why'd I feel so delighted? Riv thought, how did I end up here? I was just about to head home after class. The Baroness told me that she put in an order for a cake at a nearby shop, and it is for Riv, so I will need someone to guide you. I am sure Mr. Marcel would be more than happy to help. Riv thought, and before I could object, thankfully, Marcel seemed his usual self. Marcel spoke, the streets are bustling already. By the way, at the largest chapel in Beauharnois, the cardinal will lead the blessing prayer. It is said that seeing the blessing prayer led by the cardinal brings good fortune. Riv replied, I am not sure, she thought, since meeting the Marquis, I have not prayed. I suppose I have not felt the need, she continued. I feel such fortune would be too much for me. I am quite content with the luck I have found now. After some time, Riv said, you don't have to escort me home. Marcel replied, please, consider it a gentleman's duty. Riv thought, now, even in the simplest moments, he comes to mind, she said. Here we are, thank you for seeing me home. Marcel told her, I have one more confession to make. The surname Marcel is actually my mother's, my father is an Eleanor. Riv thought, a prestigious family in Baron. Nobles who have served the king closely for generations. They say they have all the world's information at their fingertips. So Mr. Marcel is an indirect descendant of the Eleanor family. Marcel continued, of course, being the fourth son, I am nothing compared to my brothers. I just help with family matters occasionally. To tell you the truth, since confessing my feelings, it has bothered me to still have secrets from you. Riv replied, I must say I am slightly surprised, but I am not sure what your family name has to do with me. Marcel stated, it is because the reason I, an Eleanor, came to Beauharnois is due to Lord Ditrion. My family worried he might be a spy from another country, so they asked me to investigate. Riv emphasized, why are you telling me this? Marcel continued, I am sorry, but it is because I suspected your relationship with the Marquis, so please be honest with me too. Are you deeply involved with the Lord? Next scene. The Marquis said, we will postpone today's extra hours. I need to return to Lange's. Riv thought, Lange's mansion is where he keeps his taxidermy collection. She replied, that is fine, I will go back. The Marquis asked, will you come with me? Were you not curious whether the rumors about the taxidermy in my mansion are true? Then at night, Riv thought, I don't know exactly what they are talking about, but I have an idea, they are talking about Marcel. The Marquis asked, what do you think? Sometimes it is good to hear an objective opinion. You know him well, do you not, your colleague, Camille? The Marquis continued to ask, is it true that he is watching the barony to gather information about me? Riv replied, I am not sure what you mean. The Marquis told her, you two are quite close, you must have heard something. Riv again said, we are not close. The Marquis emphasized, is that right, even though you make time to have outings together? Riv explained, we have had conversations, but not in the way you were thinking. The Marquis commented, I am beginning to wonder if I brought you for nothing. Well, no use regretting it now, come here. Riv told him, I am sorry, my lord, surely not here. Your staff are waiting just outside. Could we not find another way to? The Marquis thought, another way, that is good. Then he asked, would you not say that sharing a carriage, stopping by the cake shop together, and escorting you home makes you close to a person? He cannot seem to take his eyes off you. Riv replied, that is not true. The Marquis continued, come to think of it, I have seen you two together quite often. I cannot help but notice, you really do not have an eye for people, do you? Riv commented, if I do not have an eye for people, what does that say about you, my lord? The Marquis stated, this has nothing to do with me. I am your god. If you find the way too dull, go ask the butler to give you a tour of the estate, or perhaps you can confirm whether I have really preserved people in my basement. After some time, the butler told her, and this is the long gallery, typically, we would have paintings hung here. But the Marquis does not like having portraits made, and from here on, no one can enter without his lordship's permission. Riv thought, was it the right choice to ask to see the rest? The Marquis gave me the option. I could have refused if I wanted to, but what if he actually wants to show me what is in here? Here it is. The underground exhibition room where the Marquis' entire art collection is kept. They are all nude paintings and statues. Riv continued to think, how? These are all the paintings I ever posed for. The Marquis came and asked, they fall short in quality, don't they? Riv replied, could you take them down? The Marquis continued, it is up to the buyer how they keep their purchases. Riv asked, did you know me from the beginning? The Marquis told her, the paintings were so terrible that I was curious. Riv again asked, curious about what? The Marquis replied, the model. Riv thought, the model, she is nothing more than a plain, unremarkable woman. I can't see what could have caught his interest. He said, then all the more reason to take them down. The model is right in front of you. You can undress me whenever you like. She thought, that is not right, is it? He said it was the poor quality that drew his interest. The Marquis spoke, it is remarkable how you can say such things so matter-of-factly. You have quite the talent. If you were vulgar, I would tire of you quickly. Riv thought, I hope he never tires of me. In fact, I want to get closer to him. I want to be the only one who sees this side of him, the side no one else sees. She said, I hope you see the real me, my lord, not just the woman in the painting. The Marquis replied, as you wish. Then things got heated. The Marquis asked, feeling overwhelmed already. Riv thought, that is right. The desire in his eyes, his voice, his gestures. These are things only I know, and that is enough for me. After some time, the Marquis told her, come and open this is for you. And that is an opera ticket. If you are to be my partner, you will need appropriate accessories. Riv asked, you want me to attend as your partner, but then our relationship will be exposed. The Marquis replied, why not be honest about it? Did you really want to keep it hidden? Did you not want to be seen by my side? Riv commented, if I am to be at your side, how long would that last? The Marquis continued, as long as you keep me entertained. You have done very well so far, so try having a bit more faith in yourself. They look good on you. Riv asked, my lord, will you love me? The Marquis thought, I think she was about to beg for affection, but her expression caught me off guard. So clear, so self-aware, that look on her face, she already knows how ridiculous her own question sounds. Then he replied, if I must define it, I cherish my governess, is that not enough? Riv spoke, yes, I suppose it is, she thought, what was I expecting anyway? Thinking now, it has always been like this from the start. A relationship doomed to be painful from the beginning, to him. I am no different from a most treasured collectible. He does not treat me exactly like the others, but that does not mean I am unique either, just rare enough to be set apart. I knew all that, but still, I want to be recognized not as a collectible, but as someone special. Someone who could stand beside him with pride, without having to hide in the shadows, even if my relationship with him were to become public, even if it turned my entire life upside down, I think I would still be okay with it. Next scene. The secretary presented the report. Carida's condition is improving faster than expected. Also, the newly developed medicine from Dominion was released in limited quantities earlier this month. After checking the reservation list, there were no critically ill patients in urgent need. Just nobles trying to purchase it for its rarity. The Marquis asked, what about the study abroad preparations? The secretary commented, we are making arrangements so Miss Corrida can leave for Mazurkan as soon as she recovers. The Marquis thought, it seems I have found a bit more motivation. Bringing her to the Langas estate was a completely impulsive act, but the moment I saw her among my most treasured possessions, I understood. this woman suits the Langa's estate quite well. On the other hand, Riv told him, I was clearly told I had a reservation at this time, please, they would recognize my name. The guard replied, but this is not a place where just anyone can make a reservation. Riv continued, I did not make the reservation myself, she thought, should I mention His Grace's name here, but what if someone overhears, and if I go all the way back to the estate just to confirm, the limited medicine might be gone by then. Riv asked, could you please check just once more, properly? The guard told her, if you keep insisting, this could turn into a serious issue. The next moment, the Marquis saved her. Marquis stated, you can't even recognize your own customers properly. How are you running a shop like this? Absolutely pathetic. The shop owner came out and said, how did this happen? I am so sorry. What are you just standing there for? Apologize now. The guard said, I am terribly sorry. I promise this kind of rudeness will never happen again. Please forgive us just this once. After some time, Marquis asked, what is that look on your face? Wasn't this the medicine you needed? Riv replied, it is the medicine I need. How did you know about how I was treated back in Hyra? It felt like you already knew. Marquis told her, if you are really asking because you don't know, I am a little disappointed. Riv thought, yes, I am aware that the Marquis keeps an eye on my daily life. She continued, then may I ask, when did your interest in me begin? Marquis replied, is that really important? Riv commented, even knowing just that might help me figure out how I should carry myself moving forward. Marquis emphasized, teacher, what matters is not the past, but the present. As long as you are smart enough to stay by my side, you will always be treated this way. Riv stated, smart, then would it be alright if I kiss you? You seem like you wanted to kiss me, if my guess was wrong. Marquis told her, if it were not for the appointment at the boutique. Next scene, the staff were chatting. It really was the Marquis who made the reservation. He is just as handsome as the rumors say. But who is that woman, for him to come in person to have a dress tailored? The shop owner told them, I would like to briefly confirm the details of your reservation. Marquis replied, no need, I have already been informed by my aide. The shop owner said, then let's proceed with your measurements, this way, please. Marquis stated, once we are done with the measurements, bring out a few outfits she can try on right away. I need to see which ones suit her best. After that, the shop owner spoke, we will take your measurements first, then I will show you a few outfits you might want to change into. Your skin is incredibly smooth. Riv replied, thank you. She thought, her face full of curiosity. The shop owner probably wants to ask about my relationship with the Marquis. I figured she would. But it still makes me uncomfortable, thinking about the future. I know it is better to get used to this. But why did the Marquis decide to reveal this to others? I was sure he would want to keep this relationship hidden. Then, after the measurements, the shop owner told him, everything is ready. Riv came out of the changing room. She thought, this is awkward, what if I look ridiculous? I have never worn anything like this before. The shop owner asked, would you like to see other clothes? Marquis replied, sure. The shop owner said, I will bring them right away. Then she said, this outfit is a popular style in Majorcan. This one features extravagant frills as its highlight, and this is the last one, what do you think? Marquis told her, not bad. The shop owner told the other staff. The Marquis said to pack up everything she tried out, all of them, hurry up and get them ready. On the other hand, Riv spoke, I can change by myself. Marquis replied, no need to change, you can go just like that. Riv asked, but why? Marquis told her, I have been holding back since earlier, no one is around outside. Well, there might be someone sneaking around like a little rat. Do you like it when someone watches? Riv asked, what are you talking about? Wait a second. Marquis continued, look at your face, both your cheeks have ripened so deliciously. Riv asked, are you teasing me? Marquis commented, of course not. Riv told him, but this is, we can't do this here. Next scene, Riv told him, I can't anymore. Then she thought, he always left quickly after our encounters, but at the apothecary and even at the dressmaker's, he keeps making me hope for nothing. She said, my lord, I thought you did not want rumors. Marquis replied, I don't, does anyone? Riv continued, you did not seem to mind today. Marquis emphasized, I just know rumors can be quite useful at times. It is the prying into my past I dislike. I am not trying to hide anything. There may be those who would prefer I keep a low profile, but I don't need to heed them. Riv thought, The Marquis occasionally lets slip stories that allude to his past, perhaps because he knows I won't spread them, or maybe he genuinely trusts me. Either way, I don't mind. This is the side of the Marquis only I know. If someone wants him to stay hidden, it is likely tied to his family, since Marcel said nothing much is known about the Marquis family. Marquis spoke. It seems I dislike the idea of you being tarnished more than I thought. Riv thought about the injury from earlier, when the shop clerk made a mistake while measuring. She replied, "It will disappear soon. It is not deep. Is there any reason you prefer unblemished skin?" Marquis told her, "Because it is beautiful. Is it not quite straightforward? Anything with a blemish loses value." Riv continued, "But scars show that you have endured life, like the wounds on your hand, my lord. Simply enduring life's trials is a victory." Marquis commented, "I have said this before, but you have a unique perspective, quite fascinating too. Have you ever seen a field of scattered, torn-off limbs, congealed blood, and dirt everywhere? Losing a limb seems almost trivial compared to that. The cries of despair from those barely alive are unbearably loud and ugly." Riv thought, "I have never seen that look before. What is that emptiness in his eyes?" She said, "If you survive through all of that, I believe you can still dream of hope. Even without tremendous luck, tomorrow might be better than today." Marquis asked, "Is that the mindset with which you cared for your sick sister, believing she might get better someday?" Riv replied, "Yes, and eventually, I found hope, because you answered my prayers, my lord." She thought, "I can't tell what you were thinking, but I know you are not mocking or belittling me. It feels like you took my sincerity seriously. I should wash up and get ready to leave before it gets too late." Marquis told her, "Stay the night." After that, the secretary spoke, "We have posted guards around the house, so there is no need to worry too much." Marquis thought, "One common misconception people have about me is that I can't fit in with them at all. It is not that I can't, it is that I won't. Perhaps Miss Riv is the same." He asked, "Do you need anything before that?" Riv replied, "I don't, but my lord, are you really going to sleep in that? If you are uncomfortable sharing a bed, there is no need to force it." Marquis told her, "I have never forced anything before." Riv continued, "Still, you seem uncomfortable. They say lighter attire helps with a good night's sleep." Marquis asked, "Are you trying to get me undressed?" Riv commented, "Well, I just wanted to assure you that you did not have to be so proper with me. I am the only one who shares your bed, after all." Marquis thought, "I wonder if you would make such adorable statements after seeing my body." He asked, "Would you care to attend to me before that?" Riv replied, "Yes." Marquis spoke, "Repulsive, is it not, like insects crawling all over me?" He thought, "Healed wounds itch, like maggots crawling over me all night. Wrapping myself in clothes never helped. In my memories, there are countless torn and sullied limbs. How peaceful and beautiful the nude body is by comparison." He asked, "Tell me, do these scars still look like medals of victory to you?" Riv stated, "No matter what caused these, you are alive, my lord, and everyone looks up to you. So why should these scars not be seen as medals of victory? Honestly, I am relieved that you are not as smooth as a normal sculpture, though you might be displeased if I say I like these scars." Marquis commented, "Don't even consider investing in art. Your poor taste would squander your capital in no time." Riv asked, "What about your trousers?" Marquis replied, "If you take off my trousers, I will assume you don't intend to sleep." She thought, "I don't want to initiate anything right now anyway," strangely enough. The next day, the shop owner told her, "And here are our handkerchiefs." Riv thought, "These would make a nice token of gratitude for the butler and the secretary, would they not? I did not expect to sleep so soundly and not hear the Marquis leave." When I got home, Corrida was so excited, she asked if I had finally gotten a boyfriend. Riv asked, "Do you happen to have any gloves suitable for an esteemed individual?" The shop owner replied, "Would that esteemed individual be yourself?" Riv told him, "No, a gentleman." The shop owner continued, "Well, yes, we do. Allow me to show you." Riv thought, the Marquis will likely have expensive, custom-made gloves, so he probably would not wear these, even if they are gifted. The shop owner asked, "Do you happen to know the size?" Riv replied, "Yes, I do." She thought, "I remember vividly the size of the hands that touched me." After the shock, Riv thought, "That was the most exorbitant purchase of my life. Even the total cost of the handkerchiefs could not compare to the price of the gloves." Next scene, Brett spoke, "I should at least serve you some tea. I am glad we could meet like this. Do you have any idea how shocked I was when I heard you moved suddenly?" Riv thought, he is really worn down since the last time I saw him. She asked, so what did you want to talk about? Brett continued, it is about starting the nude painting again. I could not do it before because of your health, but now you are fully recovered. Riv told him, do you really think the Marquis would have believed that excuse? You said you were planning an exhibition in the capital. Is everything going smoothly? Brett commented, I was foolish. I guess I got a little blinded when I heard about the exhibition. That is why I really need your help right now. If the nude painting sells, everything will be solved quickly. All the Marquis has to do is keep commissioning them. Riv told him, that is out of my hands. Brett stated, I even went to see the house you moved into. It looks really nice. The Marquis gave you all that. If it were not for my nude paintings, do you think you could have become the Marquis mistress? I knew this would happen someday. I knew you would end up making someone fall for you. Shouldn't you be thanking me instead? I made it possible for you to seduce the greatest noble in Buerno. I still have some conscience left, so I won't ask for much. Just give me a little hint. Riv replied, I will tell you, but I can't influence his choice. After that, Riv thought, that is probably for the best. It is safer to rely on the Marquis than to clumsily try to persuade Brett. The Marquis would not want the nude painting exposed to the public either, so he will take some kind of action. Even without a direct interest, he will help me, since he said it was a pity. Mistress. Soon more and more people will think of me that way, that an unimpressive woman threw herself at the Marquis without knowing what it meant. I gave away even the heart I had always protected with my pride, without understanding what it truly means. What I want from the Marquis is not the right to his bed, nor any lavish jewels. In the end, I sold this heart of mine for a pittance. Suddenly Marcel came and told her, move, teacher, are you all right? I just happened to pass by. I never expected to see you like this. You don't look well. Can you at least work over there for now? Riv replied, thank you for helping me. I am fine now. Marcel continued, I am saying this because you don't look like you are fine. You can tell me. Riv stated, you are a good person to me, but you might not be good to Marcel, but to me, you are. After that, Marquis spoke, that painter even came to your house. Riv replied, he heard I have fully recovered. It seems like he wants to finish the nude paintings he has been working on. Marquis asked, are you not worried he might gossip about you? He thought, she looks unwell. I thought she would handle it well on her own. Not only that, but now she is in the arms of that man, Eleanor. He asked, should I kill him? Marquis continued, if that painter just disappears, there will be no one to spread the rumors that you were a nude model. Riv replied, I don't want that. How can you see someone's death as a simple solution? Marquis thought, I can't tell if she is kind-hearted or just a coward. Usually, she is so quick on the uptake. It is odd how she gets so caught up in her own feelings like this. It is kind of a new side of her, and I like it. He asked, do you know something? I am being very lenient with you, so don't hang out with that punk. Riv asked, are you talking about Camille Marcel? Marquis thought, Marcel, I guess that is the last name he used to approach you. Riv continued, do you think he is still digging into the Marquis past? Marquis emphasized, more than that, the look in that bastard's eyes bothers me. One look at his eyes and it is obvious how horny he is. No matter how desperate you are, don't ask just anyone for help. Riv told him, then when I need help, will you always be by my side, Your Excellency? Marquis replied, have I not always been, just like today? Riv thought of the days, my already narrow world became even more limited. Guards were stationed near my home, and whenever I went out, I had to use the Marquis carriage. The income from the Pendants estate also dried up due to the lack of guests, so I rarely had a reason to leave the house. I would be lying if I said it did not feel stifling, but maybe thinking of it as a short vacation will make me feel better. After a few days passed like that day finally arrived. Corrida spoke, you look so pretty today. Are you dressed up like this for a date? Riv replied, I am going to the theater with a partner, so I can't just wear anything. Corrida continued, don't think I am clueless just because I stay at home. Mr. Secretary said people don't spend time and money on someone they're not interested in. On the other hand, Marquis thought, I think I left with plenty of time, but I guess I moved earlier than expected. I did not want to run into people, so I planned to enter right after the performance started. There is still time. Maybe I should turn the carriage around now. The secretary came and told him, we have received news that the daughter of the Duke of Malta is coming to the theater. It seems she might reveal her identity to create a scandal with you. It seems to be because her recent broken engagement with the Seagilt family ended messily. Marquis commented, not a bad idea. He thought, creating a scandal by getting involved with me would be a good way to get under Stefan Siegheld's skin, and for her to bring my name up herself, she must be confident that Cardinal Calliope will become the Gracia. Then he remembered Riv saying, I bought this for you, Your Excellency, it is nothing special. Then he asked, did you find out who leaked my schedule? The secretary replied, yes, we have already secured the person, are you going to handle it yourself? Marquis stated, yes, what a beautiful woman standing next to me, would it not be better to show them directly to that woman with such lofty pride? Lucia spoke, I did not expect it would be this difficult just to catch a glimpse of you, you look healthier than last time, I guess country life suits you. Marquis asked, did you come all the way here just to joke with me? Lucia continued, of course not, don't worry, I am not here to beg you to be my partner, today, I just purely wanted to greet you, after all, we will be crossing paths frequently from now on. Marquis told her, we will see, don't count on me having time for that. The next moment, Riv arrived and she asked, am I late? Marquis replied, no, you are right on time. Lucia thought, so the rumors were true after all. They entered the building, Riv thought, that lady earlier must have been Lady Malta, a beauty with honey gold hair, just as the rumors describe. Whether she is merely acquainted with the Marquis, however, I cannot be certain. Marquis asked, what has you so deep in thought? Riv replied, nothing at all, there don't seem to be many people in the theater, the opera has already begun. Marquis replied, did you think we would get swept in with the crowd? Riv commented, no, I remember you dislike crowded places, Your Grace. Marquis stated, if your curiosity is satisfied, shall we head in? He thought, more satisfying than I expected. The opera must have been excellent, though honestly, I was not very focused. Having such an interesting partner beside me, she does not realize it, that right now, all eyes are on her. Instead of discussing the play, they are all whispering about how unexpectedly striking she is, or how utterly captivated I seem to be by my companion. Riv said, I did not expect you to actually wear those gloves. Marquis asked, did you not give them to me to wear? Riv replied, of course, but you already own much finer gloves. Marquis asked, then why gift them, knowing that? Riv emphasized, for my own satisfaction, just as you seated me here for yours. Marquis told her, I won't bother your father, go on and enjoy. Next scene, Lucia asked, did you enjoy last night's performance? Marquis replied, no time for lengthy chatter, make it quick. Lucia asked, what is so urgent today? Do you have your mistress waiting outside? Marquis stated, yes, I thought I made it clear yesterday, lately, I have lost my mind over that woman. Lucia said, I know your temper is not great, but this should be enough already, we need to make a good impression on the cardinal when he visits, these are our terms, I will have your military record rewritten as an overseas deployment, all the old details will be erased. Marquis stated, how ridiculously old-fashioned. Lucia continued, so you are just going to keep living like this, a man who was nearly killed on the battlefield is going to hide in some countryside. Marquis emphasized, fair point, as you know, my lady, I need to see blood from time to feel satisfied, let him in, do you know each other? Lucia replied, not at all. The person shouted, my lady, please spare me. The next moment, Marquis shot that man, then he said, that man has been following me, digging into my past. This is what happens when someone is raised naive to the ways of the world. They think danger could never touch them. Now, where was I? You said you would erase my military record. Do you really believe that I could not return to the army? He thought, there was a time I truly believed my future would be filled with honor and glory, and that was exactly what I needed back then, but since I could not advance under the cardinal bloodline, I had no choice but to find someone to serve as my stepping stone. After that, everything fell into place. I became Stefan's aide, occasionally facing obstacles, but the staff's loyalty was entirely mine, and all that remained was to receive my official title from the king and stand as the Malta family's betrothed. In the final battle, I took the fall for a fatal mistake Stefan made, leaving me with nothing but the title in name, along with a dishonorable discharge. All my military records were sealed away as classified. Lucia asked, even knowing all your war merits could go to Stefan, you stepped down willingly. Marquis replied, what a shame, young lady, all you do is spout nonsense. If I had clung to my military career, I would not have dared break Stefan's arm in front of everyone. Anything else to say? Lucia told him, "You will regret this." Riv asked, "Regret what?" "Rejecting your proposal." Lucia commented, "Even if I can't kill you, I can still make you a laughingstock." Marquis stated, "Yes, I am fully aware, but I don't regret it." Lucia shouted, "You really plan to go through with this? Are you not afraid of the consequences?" Marquis continued, "Were you not the one who came running like a rabid dog, all because you feared the past, and after all that, the best you can offer is a dreadfully boring proposal? Maybe it is just my poor temperament, but the mere thought of having you by my side makes me sick." Next scene, Riv thought, "Why did he call me here at such short notice?" Marquis came and told her, "Take this." Riv asked, "Are we going hunting?" Marquis said, "You can't catch a rabbit with this." Riv spoke, "Then why give me such a thing?" Marquis continued, "It may not catch a rabbit, but it can chase away a rat or two. You have a lot of unwanted attention around you. It is wise to buy yourself some time until I come to your rescue." Riv said, "It is lighter than I expected." Marquis commented, "That is because it is not loaded right now. It does not have a long range, so you will need to shoot from close range to be effective. Hide it in your sleeve and aim for a vital spot. Never let go of your weapon in a real situation." Riv emphasized, "It is hard to believe something so small could harm a person." Marquis told her, "Whether it is used to harm or defend depends on the wielder. If you wish, this pistol won't harm anyone, so there is no reason to be afraid of this hunk of metal." Riv asked, "Which side was your weapon on, my lord? I am curious, which army were you with, and how did you end up here?" Marquis asked, "What does it matter?" Riv replied, "It is just that I wish to know about you." She thought, "If you don't tell me, there is no other way for me to find out." She continued, "I thought you had always lived a life of influence, but if that were true, you would not have so many scars. Perhaps your life was rougher than I thought." Marquis thought, "Do you pity me? That does not seem to be a look of pity." He asked, "So what is it you want to say?" Riv replied, "I find myself wanting more. If the rose blooms close, I might just reach for it." Marquis told her, "It seems you are only brave with me. My scars are merely marks of battle. As you said, I have lived a life familiar with death. There is nothing more to it, so there is no need to be brave all the time. Just being loyal to your order makes you a fine soldier, so don't be disheartened." After that, Riv thought, "If I stay in this mansion, I will likely continue this role, climbing into his bed or attending to his bath like now. Sometimes, I dress in clothes and jewelry the Marquis buys, spending time with him like this. I know it is special because he seldom reveals himself, but I am not sure if it is something to be entirely happy about. I can sense how this man sees me, unlike Lady Malta, who knows all of the Marquis past." Marquis spoke, "I must say, you are terrible at attending to baths." Riv replied, "I am sorry." Marquis asked, "Are you finally coming to your senses?" Riv replied, "You did not need to go this far." Marquis continued, "But it worked, did it not?" Riv emphasized, "You told me to attend to you while you bathe, since I have no talent for that." Marquis asked, "Why not use another talent instead? Don't you have anything else to call me besides Marquis?" Riv replied, "You have called me governess too, have you not?" Marquis told her, "My title as Marquis may be worthless, but governess is not." Riv spoke, "You have never told me what value your title of Marquis holds, so how could I know?" Marquis said, "I did not think such a complicated process was required. Just change how you address me." Riv commented, "It is an effort to know my place. You have no need for my useless affection." Marquis replied, "But as a governess, perhaps you could nurture a love that knows its limits." Riv asked, "You would want my heart as well, if all you wanted was my body. Then why insist on governess? Otherwise, it would be no different from a courtesan." Marquis asked, "Do you really want to lower your own worth that way?" The next day, Riv thought, "This is strange. I decided to take what the Marquis gives and even acknowledged my own greedy feelings, but the more time passes, the more I feel like a stone cracking and crumbling to dust." Corrida came and asked, "How do I look? Does it suit me?" Riv replied, "You look beautiful." Corrida said, "They were giving them out over there. Let's eat snacks and go on a boat ride too. Who knows when we will get another day like this, once I have fully recovered. Anyway, come on, before the crowds gather." After some time, Riv thought, "Should I go fetch Corrida now? She is dancing and playing with other girls." Then she heard the other women chatting. "I saw her at the opera not long ago. I heard she is a tutor. A tutor with such a scandalous reputation. How could anyone entrust their child to such a shameless woman?" Riv thought, it would be best to head back soon. I can't let Corrida be dragged into gossip because of me. A young boy came and said, someone asked me to deliver this to you. Riv thought, a white carriage. When she opened the carriage door, Lucia was inside. She said, come in. Lucia continued, Malta time is not so cheap that it can be given to just anyone. How disappointing. I don't know how skilled you were in bed, but you don't look all that special. Riv, trying to defend herself, said, I have you called. Lucia interrupted, did I give you permission to speak? They said you were a tutor, but it seems you are not very bright. Then again, being a commoner, I suppose your standards can't be very high. Thanks to you, I have at least learned that man was not impotent. Surely those are not the marks of another man, are they? No matter how promiscuous you are, it would be wise to behave yourself while you are seeing him. Riv thought, acting this rude is not a sign of immaturity, but of someone who is thoroughly aware of her own position. Lucia told her, you may speak now. Riv said, it seems you have already looked into quite a lot. Did you come here just to confirm if it is true? Lucia commented, I have heard that at your previous workplace, you were kicked out for trying to seduce the eldest son, and at your current job, you were fooling around with a male teacher. Riv thought, the scandal with Marcel has spread that far. Lucia continued, go on, tell me, weren't all those other men enough for you? Why did you become Marquee mistress? Riv replied, and why should I have to tell you that? Lucia emphasized, what an insolent way of speaking. Are you acting this way because you are trusting in Marquee? Riv said, he happens to appreciate my way of speaking. Lucia stated, is that so? It seems you are quite the favorite these days, but that whim of his won't last long. You don't really know what kind of relationship Marquee and I have, do you? And you don't know what kind of person he is, either. You have a sick younger sibling, don't you? I wonder how long Marquee will put up with that child. Even if he fancies you now, how long will he really let your burdensome little sister stick around? Next scene, Riv thought, when I returned home that night, a fever started to spread throughout my body. Was it because of her blatant attempt to drive us apart, or was it because the relationship between me and the Marquee felt suffocatingly out of control? I have never had the luxury of getting sick whenever I wanted, but for the first time, I had to refuse the Marquee summons. A refusal that had been unimaginable until now. I never knew it could be this easy. As several days passed, I had a recurring dream about my future without the Marquee. Whether that dream was a nightmare or a good omen, I could not tell. The next day, Corrida spoke. The secretary said he would connect me with a sponsor, so I told him I wanted to study abroad. Riv asked, how could you do that without discussing it with me? Corrida shouted, because you obviously would have said no. That is why the secretary told me to wait until you were a bit better before telling you. Riv thought, the Marquee, I have to see him right now. Next scene, Marquee asked, I heard you have recovered. Riv replied, yes, I have. Marquee continued, you should not say that with such a pained expression. Riv replied, I am fine. Until the Marquee appeared, I was always fine. Marquee asked, am I the reason you were hunting? Riv told him, maybe so. I thought everything had gotten better and more abundant than before, but it feels like only the shell has improved. I have no intention of leaving Corrida. She is my family, and she is the one who gives me the strength to live. Marquee commented, pushing her around is not good parenting. Riv thought, as I think, he is not asking what I mean. He is admitting that he tried to separate me from her. Even so, I had hoped he would deny it and say he knew the things. She said, I know you have granted me great favors, especially with Corrida's treatment, but her future is a matter for our family. You have already taken possession of everything that belongs to me, so there is no need to change or get rid of anything more. Marquee emphasized, I don't understand. Shall I be frank? I want you to come into my mansion. To be more precise, I want you to come in and never leave. Riv told him, that means you don't want anyone else to touch me, even if it is my sibling, like the countless artworks you keep in the basement. Marquee spoke, it would have been easier if that were the case, at least those things obediently stay where they belong. Riv said, I am not a trophy, I am a person who feels emotions and thinks, and I have self-awareness. She thought, I never had expectations for you, a person who never even called me by my name, but if you cherish me even later. She said, I believe we need to have a human connection, not just an even one-sided relationship. Marquee stated, the connection you are talking about is only possible if you are on equal footing, and do you think that is possible between you and me? I thought you were someone who knew their place, for me. This conversation is nothing but a disappointment. Riv thought, I get it. Just the thing the Marquis allows me out of his own goodwill. I can't be satisfied. If it is not everything, it is useless, so it is better to not have it at all. After that, Marquis thought, why do I feel so unsettled? Is it because of the teacher's face, which looked miserable the entire time we met, or is it because she was even crying over such a ridiculous matter? It is not the first time I have seen her cry. I have been too generous lately. There is no reason for her to say anything to me. It is as if she was a person who was hurt and disappointed. The secretary asked, what should we do with the target? Marquis stated, kill it, clear out the mansion and dispose of everything. Riv was hearing all of this, then she went out. Like this video, hit the like button, and subscribe for more videos.